Adam and Eve lived together happily for a few days. Being blind, Adam never had to see Eve's moustache or her crooked teeth or her bloodshot lazy eye. And being deaf, Eve never had to hear how stupid her husband was, how arrogant and unreasonable and fundamentally gross. It was good. One day, the happy couple learned of an apple that could cure all ignorance. Ignorant to the idea that not all ignorance is bad, they bit, and sure enough, they acquired absolute knowledge. Eve finally was able to grasp the purpose of suffering. There is no purpose. And Adam got his head around free will. Depends on how you define your terms. They understood why they knew plants were green, and where breezes begin, and what happens when an unstoppable object collides with an impenetrable wall. Furthermore, they were cured of their blindness and deafness, and cured too of their marital felicity. What, each wondered, have I gotten myself into? First they fought, then they despaired, then they threw some things. Then they argued about who owned the pieces. It was bad. They hollered at each other from the opposite sides of the garden, to which they had exiled each other. "You're ugly! You're stupid and wicked!" Privately, they prayed for God to give them back their deficiencies. But he refused them, or ignored them, or simply was never reached by their prayers, being deaf and blind himself. Neither Adam nor Eve cared about being right, nor did they care about the overabundance of beautiful things that could be seen and heard in the world. None of the paintings, none of the books or music, not even green nature itself was capable of providing any sustenance, if they didn't first have happiness. Adam went looking for Eve one night as the newly named animals had their first dreams. Eve saw him and went to him. "I'm here," she told him, because his eyes were covered with fig leaves. He reached his hands out in front of him, feeling for her face. She told him, "You are wise and good." He told her, "You're beautiful," although she didn't hear him because her ears were stuffed with rolled up fig leaves.